Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Maria and today's topic is about synapse and neurotransmitters. So already you have learned much about the structure of a neuron, which is actually composed of a cell body and an axon. So multiple neurons are connected to each other through a junction which is known as synapse. There is no as such physical contact between two neurons, but actually there is a space between two neurons, and that junction is mainly called as synapse. So I'll show you the diagram from your book. There are two types of neurons, the one which participate in the formation of a synapse. The one is called presynaptic neuron and the other one is called postsynaptic neuron. So the first neuron which participates is the presynaptic neuron, that is axon of one neuron forms a junction with the cell body or dendrites of the other neuron, as you can see in this figure. So this type of junction is called a synaptic junction. So synaptic junctions are very important since one nerve impulse is conducted from one neuron to other neuron through these synaptic neurons. Now the axon of the presynaptic neuron, it terminates as synaptic knobs on the dendrites or cell body of the other neurons, and these synaptic knobs contain multiple vesicles inside it. I'll tell you. Multiple synaptic vesicles which actually contain neurotransmitters. So what is synaptic knob? Synaptic knob is actually the terminal ending of the axon of the presynaptic neuron. And what is the significance of these synaptic knobs, or you can say terminal buttons? So the significance is actually it contains multiple types of vesicles which contain different types of neurotransmitter, but one neurotransmitter at one time. So synaptic vesicles contain only single type of neurotransmitter in them, and that neurotransmitter helps in the neurotransmission in CNS. So the presynaptic neuron forms a junction with the postsynaptic neuron, and this junction is named as synapse. Now what is the role of neurotransmitters? Neurotransmitters are actually the chemical substances which are formed by the cell body of a neuron, and they are transmitted from one neuron to the other neuron, and they help in neurotransmission in CNS. So there are multiple types of neurons. You have heard about acetylcholine, that is adrenaline, noradrenaline, acetylcholine, adrenaline, noradrenaline, serotonin, GABA, dopamine, histamine. So these are the different types of neurotransmitters which are present in CNS. Actually what happened is a nerve impulse from the presynaptic neuron travels to the postsynaptic neuron, and in this entire neurotransmission the role is played by these neurotransmitters. Sorry. So actually what happens is neurotransmitters are synthesized by nerve cell bodies. They are actually transported along the axons, and then later on they are stored in the synaptic vesicles. And whenever action potential came, a nerve impulse come, and these are released by exocytosis, and they diffuse actually across the synaptic cleft. After diffusion from the synaptic cleft, on the surface of the postsynaptic membrane there are multiple receptors, okay, which are called postsynaptic receptors. So जो neurotransmitter होता है, it comes and binds with those receptors on the surface of the postsynaptic neuron and helps in neurotransmission. So this is the entire process of synaptic transmission. Now that neurotransmitter which comes in the synaptic space, it may be inactivated by certain enzymes, or it can be taken back into the synaptic node after neurotransmission. So there are certain drugs in the body which either prolong the activities of those enzymes or inactivate those enzymes, thus resulting in delay of neurotransmission or prolongation of neurotransmission. So by now you have understand much about the presynaptic neuron and postsynaptic neuron. The presynaptic neuron is the one which contains synaptic vesicles, synaptic knobs, and it forms a junction with the postsynaptic neuron. and the junction is actually named as synapse. Now these neuromuscular junctions are very important. Actually somatic nerves carry impulses at skeletal muscle to these neuromuscular junctions. So there are multiple neuromuscular junctions in the entire body. This is all about synapse and neurotransmitters. Now we will learn what is actually a nerve. Nerve is actually a collection of numerous neurons. When multiple neurons are collected into bundles, this is named as nerve. Actually, if we study in detail, this is the figure. You can see this figure. The presynaptic neuron containing synaptic vesicles, which contains neurotransmitters. Then we have a synaptic, postsynaptic membrane. This synaptic cleft. I hope you guys understand through this figure also. So, then we will talk about nerve. So nerve is actually a collection of numerous neurons which is collected in the form of bundles. There are multiple coverings of the nerve. Actually, nerve contain nerve fibers arranged in the form of bundles, which is actually enclosed by different types of connective tissue, which is actually the sheath of that nerve. So I'll tell you, you can see in this diagram that this is a whole nerve. This is the transverse section of a nerve, peripheral nerve. So you can see multiple protective coverings. These tube-like prolongations are actually the nerve fibers. The connective tissue which covers these nerve fibers is known as endoneurium, and the whole bundle of the nerve fibers is covered by perineurium, and multiple bundles are covered by a coat of connective tissue which is known as epineurium. So you guys must know that there are three coverings. One is endoneurium, other is perineurium, and the third one is epineurium. Endoneurium is around the nerve fiber, perineurium is around bundle of the nerve fibers, and epineurium is actually the outer covering which covers the entire nerve or the bundles of the nerve fibers. So these are the different protective coverings if someone asks you. Then we classify nerves as sensory nerves and motor nerves. Sensory nerves, I don't know you guys have learned about reflex arc or not, but you must know there is a system in the body. Whenever you receive some body from outside the body, you have multiple receptors on the cutaneous surface or inside. Those receptors are known as sensory receptors. Okay, actually what are sensory receptors? These are the specialized endings of sensory neurons, and they respond to different types of stimulus both inside the body and outside the body. So first of all, when we classify the receptors, we have multiple type of sensory receptors in the body. One which are located on the skin are called cutaneous receptors. The one which are present in joints and muscles are called proprioceptors, since they are concerned with posture and balance. Then we have special sensory receptors which are meant for sight, hearing, balance, smell and taste, special senses in the body. So these are different types of sensory receptors which respond to different stimuli inside or outside the body. So the nerve which carry information from these sensory receptors is known as sensory nerve or afferent nerve. Now this sensory nerve or afferent nerve carries messages either to the CNS or either to the brain or spinal cord. If it is reflex arc, it goes inside the spinal cord, otherwise it sends messages to the brain. So sensory nerves carry information from the body to the spinal cord. These impulses may then pass to the brain or to the connector neurons, which are actually interneurons in the spinal cord. So sensory nerves carry sensory information from the body to the spinal cord. Acha ji. So from sensory receptors, I told you already that there are multiple types of sensory receptors. Some are meant for touch, some are meant for pain, which are called nociceptors, thermoreceptors, which are meant for heat and cold, so tactile receptors. So all these are different types of sensory receptors. Now, what are motor nerves? Motor nerves, actually these are the nerves which carry message from the brain and spinal cord, and they transmit impulses to their target organs. Target organs are effector organs, and what are effector organs are mostly muscles and glands. So you must know this is a whole process, that we have sensory receptors which sense different types of stimuli and then send them through sensory nerves to the brain or spinal cord, and then motor nerves carry messages to the effector organs. And what are effector organs? Effector organs are muscles and glands which act and then perform the respective action. So motor nerves, actually they originate in the brain, spinal cord or autonomic ganglia, and they transmit impulses to the effector organs. Now there are two types of these motor nerves. Either they are somatic nerves. Okay, the somatic nerves are one which are involved in voluntary and reflex skeletal muscle contraction. So the somatic nerves or autonomic nerves. Autonomic nerves are actually nerves, sympathetic or parasympathetic nerves, which are concerned with autonomic nervous system, and they are mainly present in cardiac and smooth muscles. So they are involved in cardiac and smooth muscle contraction and various glandular secretions. So you just know that motor nerves, they originate in the brain. They transmit impulses to the effector organs, which are muscles and glands, and there are two types. One is somatic nerves, which are responsible for voluntary and reflex skeletal muscle contraction, and autonomic nerves, which are responsible for cardiac and smooth muscle contraction. So then we have we have mixed nerves. What is mixed nerve? Mixed nerves is actually when you see the spinal cord. In spinal cord, sensory and motor nerves are arranged in separate groups, which are called tracts. Either ascending tracts or descending tracts. So outside the spinal cord, sensory and motor nerves are enclosed within same covering. So whenever they are enclosed within the same covering, the sensory and motor nerves, they are called mixed nerves, and that is actually outside the spinal cord. So in today's lecture you have learned about synapse, neurotransmitters, and types of nerves, which are sensory nerves and motor nerves. Sensory nerves is actually called afferent nerve. Afferent is the one which carries messages, and efferent is the one. Efferent, you can memorize it from mnemonic, that efferent, E for efferent and E for exit. So the exiting nerve is actually the efferent nerve or the motor nerve. So you must know about the different types of neurotransmitters. This table is also important. You can see different types of neurotransmitters whenever in somatic types of nerves the neurotransmitter is acetylcholine, and autonomic nervous system noradrenaline, adrenaline and acetylcholine plays various roles. All of these neurotransmitters, we have multiple types of neurons, serotonin, dopamine, etc., etc. So all of these are involved in neurotransmission. This diagram is important. If you understand this diagram, then you can know about the synapse and neurotransmission much better. So you can see the axons, they terminate. Now I will revise my lecture. Actually, synapse is the junction between two neurons. It is the space between the two neurons, that is presynaptic neuron and postsynaptic neuron, is termed as synaptic space or synaptic cleft. Okay, the neurotransmitter is released inside this synaptic cleft, and this neurotransmitter, which was initially present in the synaptic vesicles, and upon the entry of calcium ions, it got released into the synaptic cleft. It gets attached to the receptors on the surface of postsynaptic neuron, which are called postsynaptic membrane receptors, and help in neurotransmission. So there are multiple type of neurotransmitters. If someone asks you acetylcholine, substance P. Substance P is basically concerned with transmission of pain signals. Epinephrine, dopamine, histamine, GABA, which is actually gamma aminobutyric acid, and acetylcholine. And then you have learned about the coverings of the nerves. There are three types of coverings. The one which cover the bundle is perineurium, the one which covers the nerve fiber is endoneurium, and the one which covers the multiple bundles is called epineurium. And then I told you about the sensory receptors, which are different receptors. The one present on the skin, which are meant for pain, touch, heat and cold, are called somatic cutaneous receptors, and the one which are present in the joints and muscles are called proprioceptors, and the one which are meant for sight, hearing, balance, which are different special senses of the body, are called special sensory receptors. Okay, then we have motor nerves. Motor nerves are actually the efferent or exciting nerves from the brain spinal cord. They transmit impulses to the effector organs, which are muscles and glands, and they are of two types: somatic nerves and autonomic nerves. So this is all about today's lecture. I hope you understand the lecture. Thank you so much.